Hey there everyone, it's Christy Lee Beckley, and today I have a message for, I think specifically for Reiki Master teachers. However, it also applies for practitioners and students and anyone that's really interested in learning to use Reiki. I was in a group, or I am in a group, and it came up about learning if teachers had learned in person and gotten their attunements in person or over the internet. And there seemed to be quite a bit of judgment around people that had learned, or I realize that this is because, there's a traditional way to learn Reiki, and it's a process and it's a practice. It's a lifestyle. It's not just a wham bam, thank you ma'am, I learned it and now I can do it. But I was really kind of blown away about how much judgment there is about how people learn Reiki. And, I think it's important for us all to keep in mind, number one, that Dr. Usui was self-attuned. He went into the mountains and followed a protocol and clean eating. Actually, he was fasting, and he was able to attune himself. And we all have that ability. And sometimes it's easier to get guidance or work with a teacher than to really do it on our own. But we have to keep in mind that people are all learning in different places. So some people may be really beginner level, and it's the beginning of their spiritual path, so they reach out to a teacher. And for others, and maybe you haven't learned Reiki yet, but you have learned other modalities of teaching, or you've been practicing meditation for several years, and you don't necessarily need the same kind of instruction or attention as a beginner would. So I don't feel like as masters it's our job to judge the way that other people learn or teach. And I really think it's important to keep in mind that, for a lot of Reiki practitioners or students, it takes them years to even feel confident enough to practice or to give Reiki or to charge for Reiki, or really to own their ability. And everybody learns and has that confidence in their own time. And I just want to say, for anybody that has attuned to themselves or learned online and followed a different kind of protocol and feels confident enough to teach or practice Reiki and give and heal others, I say rock on. That is awesome. If you are that empowered, that is what we're all striving for, and that is what, as teachers, we are looking to do with other people, is to empower them to have the confidence and to remember their own innate ability to heal themselves and other people. So if you are able to do that, you are one of the few, and just because you didn't learn from a teacher, that doesn't make you any less capable to give Reiki. And who are we to judge? I think we have to take the judgment away from when people do it different from us. When we learn Reiki, the Reiki energy teaches us how it's meant to move through us. And if we don't leave room for that to happen, then we're so stuck attempting to teach it like our teacher did or like everyone else did, that we miss our gift. We miss the way that we're supposed to teach it, and then we're not able to give that gift. And I think that's why there's so many practitioners that don't have the confidence, is because they're too busy trying to do it like everyone else, or like their teacher, or like the book says, or like the whatever establishment they learned from or have been certified from is telling them they have to do it, that they're not owning the way that they're supposed to do it. So I was watching one of the newer Star Wars movies, and I remember Yoda saying, as masters, we are what they grow past. And that was really profound for me, because I don't want to teach my students to do it like me. I want to teach my students to do it like them. And I want them to take what I teach them and grow way past me and be able to evolve and run with it and make magic happen. Magic doesn't happen and evolution doesn't happen by keeping things the same. It's an evolution. With each person that it's passed to, things get added to it. So while we value tradition, we also have to leave space for evolution. And I feel like that's really important. So I have a whole lot of other things to say about this. I'll probably put them in the comments or the description. Bless you, love you. Oh, and the other thing that I have to say is just keep in mind, like, it doesn't, however you want to teach and wherever stand you take, that's great. I honor you. I totally honor that that's the stand and that's where you want to teach, and that's the type of clients that you want to work, or the type of students, if they believe in your certain ways or beliefs. That is powerful. Teach that way. Please do that. However, we have to keep in mind that we don't want to shove our values down everyone else's throat. That is what being a master is about, is knowing that we don't know everything, that we there's always more to learn. You don't know what you don't know, and to stay in the question and the mystery and allow that evolution and life force to come through us. Reiki is life force, and life is evolution. So there's always going to be an evolution in Reiki, and that evolution is going to be through each and every person that learns it and passes it on. So more power to you. Whatever your message is, whatever your gift is, own it, rock it, love you, expect miracles.